guys, welcome back to Faded Truth. Before you do anything, hit that subscribe button, support your girl. And today I have a very special guest. I got the honey with the honey on the show. Miss Jodeci. We taking it back. Jodeci Gonzalez in the building.
Ooh, yeah.
How you feeling?
Oh, I'm mighty high. Super
I love this tooth.
Thank you.
Jewelry.
It's a 24 karat yellow gold Gucci bumblebee.
Okay, nice. So founder and CEO of J.A.D.E, Jodeci's alternative daily enhancements. So you basically own and created a licensed luxury brand, elevating with cannabis education, branding, promotional solutions, and community advocacy.
Absolutely.
It says you're focusing on empowering the minds of humankind to decrease the use of opioids across the nation through holistic approaches to daily living and plant-based products stemming from cannabis.
Yes.
So you got a lot going on. You started this in the pandemic, 2020.
Yeah.
But then also I want to know, why is the opioid epidemic important to you with this? So
For sure. So I relaunched J.A.D.E with products in October of 2020. I'm coming out with a plant-based honey, and it's a medical grade honey. It's CBG infused, and I really was searching for like skincare products because I was dealing with a lot of scarring coming from the Midwest and moving to the desert. I was developing skincare issues, but not only that, I was also on lots of medicines like gabapentin and Celexa for some of my nerve issues as well, so pain management as well as mental health. And so cannabis was something that I had used since I was 10 years old. The first time I smoked a blunt, I was 10 years old, and I always like dabbled around in cannabis and then like smoking weed, but it was so different back then because it was like, ooh, like it was so bad in the Midwest.
I thought you were going to say you had scars from riding cowboys or riding horses.
No, no, I didn't get to bale hay and stuff like that. Thankfully, that wasn't my scene. But
And so it's, is it still criminalized in Indiana?
yeah, it's definitely much so criminalized. Illinois is decriminalized. I'm from Chicago, and growing up out there, I mean, I'm really from the hood out there. My parents, which brought me to the opioid piece, they're actually addicted to opioids, and my father died of an addiction from opioids, and my mom's battling with one as we speak. So I just have a voice for them, voice for loved ones. When I was a professional in human resources as a nursing coordinator, I saw a lot of my nurses that I was hiring also become fired because of an opioid addiction that they would build. So it was just all around me. Indiana was swarmed with opioids, addictions. Everyone was having like hep C or some weird stuff going on, and it all stemmed from pills. And I noticed while I was taking pills, I was not myself. I was zombified, or I wasn't able to live free. Right. So it was important for me, to come over to Las Vegas where cannabis was legalized, and I started becoming I started in the industry as a bud tender, made my way up to management.
I could definitely see you bud tending.
Yeah, and I love the medical part of it because I've always helped people in independent living, whether they had a mental health issue, or maybe they were blind or deaf, or maybe they just needed somebody to help them throughout the day. And so that's something that I always carried in my lifetime. I've always been a community mentor and advocate. So it was important for me to infuse everything, bud tending and mental health and plant-based products. I had lost 100 pounds twice by using cannabis and incorporating a plant-based diet. So
100 pounds?
100 pounds.
Girl, where did you put, what the fuck? Get out of here.
Yes, I was 230
Can y'all see
pounds.
her? I hope y'all can see her because she looks skinny. She looked right. Talking about 100.
Yes.
Where the fuck did it go?
I was 230 pounds.
So you used cannabis to lose weight?
Hell yeah. And it was a study at first. And when I first did it, I dropped weight quick. And then I stopped for about 2 years, and everything that I lost, I put right back on.
Because people usually get munchies when they smoke.
Yes.
So
but
how
it's
did
all
you use
about
it
terpenes and the cannabinoids.
Did it shift your appetite then when you used it?
Or sped up my metabolism. And honestly, it was just because there's a terpene like humulene, and there's a couple of other terpenes that definitely help like stimulate your appetite or enhance your appetite. So it's really nice to have those types of terpenes in your cannabis. And as we grow as an industry, we're learning about different pieces of weed. It's not just weed anymore. I used to buy dime bags, and it was either mids or loud.
We just had Reggie. It was just like Reggie for your whole teen years, and then then they're like, "You smoking that Kush?
Kush?
You got that dank?"
So yeah, that's kind of what brought me to just healing people. Honey was sweet just because I have a sweet tooth, but everything in our dispensaries is brownies or sugars or gummies, things that didn't actually break down in our body. And I try to have more of a vegan-based diet. And this honey that I have is actually a vegan honey. Not all honey is vegan. They usually harm bees in the process of like extracting. So my honey is vegan. They preserve the bees. They're very rare bees. And it comes from a bush that has the healing properties. So it's really neat.
Okay, so first I want to say I'm sorry for your loss with your father. My brother died of opioids, heroin. He started on opioids, but it's still an opiate. Is it considered opiate?
I
heroin?
think so.
So he got addicted when he was like 17, and then his whole life he died at 40 from heroin. So I actually never got into learning about drug addiction until I started the podcast. And one of my first guests was Sober Junkie.
Yeah,
you know him?
I know Sober Junkie.
Yeah, he was one of my first guests.
Of him.
Yeah, so that's when I actually started being more open-minded to the thing that, like, with mental health and learning that these things are really addictions for people, and that they're, they're sick, and that you can actually cure, people with cannabis. So
Absolutely.
Sober Junkie's story was he was a heroin addict, overdosed 8 times, and he literally survived. He came clean off cannabis.
He's a cat, 9 lives.
It's crazy. So cheers to our loved ones in heaven due to addiction. It's not a joke, So if you know anyone struggling, just talk to them. That's all I can say. Pick their brain, check on them, go up to the house, make sure they're living right, because they're going to tell you they are and they're not. So,
for sure.
So I appreciate that you even are putting that into your business. I think that's awesome. The Healing Honey, CBG enriched Manuka Honey, right?
Yes.
What is CBG?
CBG is the mother cannabinoid to our cannabis plant. So it gives you all of the properties of anti-inflammatory and anti-histamine, antibacterial. So everything that you get from CBD, from CBN, from THC, you get in CBG, but you don't get the psychoactivity. So you find yourself, I call it the full entourage effect. You get the full plant experience, which is what a lot of people who use cannabis as medicine is really looking for, like a full spectrum product.
I want to roll up this weed.
Yes.
So I've been waiting to roll this up for you. So I want to talk about this leaf you got going, how this is special, because this looks special.
Sure.
So it
It's
comes in
very
like that.
special.
It's not wet yet?
It comes in like this. No, actually, like when I get it, it's a Fronto leaf from Ecuador. And it's this big ass leaf. And I hand wash it. And then I super cleanse it with MYWater cleansing solution, which is a very more pure, not a purified, but a clean water. So I then drizzle the honey on there. So you can smoke it or you can use it as a bandaid, because the honey is used in wound care.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now do you split this to roll it, or do you roll the whole thing?
I split it.
Okay.
I cut it up.
I didn't know. I was like, damn, I don't know.
You get like
I got to
9 to
go
12
upstairs and get another.
So you honestly, when you get have this smoke, it's just a holistic method or a holistic wrap to enjoy your exotic smoke, or as a topical aid. So it's a slow burn, it's a cigar burn. If you like backwoods, you'll definitely like these. You just cut them along the veins like you would a backwood. So I just take just a piece of it. That's all you need. And then you can put it back, put it in the fridge, preserve it.
Okay, how long will that last, do you think?
I've had some last for about 60, 90 days.
And now with this, is there tobacco in it?
So the nice thing about the Healing Honey leaf, so it's an all-natural Ecuadorian Fronto leaf, which is an all-natural tobacco leaf. But the nice thing about it, there's no additives. So unlike, you know, your Dutches or your Swishers, White Owls, I'm a blunt girl. Like those are my wraps. But they have additives, added flavors in them. They have the nicotine in them. So that's what makes it poisonous. This is just a holistic method. So they actually use these tobacco leaves in medicine way back when.
Okay.
Like our ancestors did for sure.
So is tobacco what causes the cancer or the nicotine?
The nicotine.
Okay.
So they actually what they used to do back in the day is in tribes, it was so dope. They would actually boil the leaf and have them drink it in their tea. And it would help with their stomach issues. Isn't that interesting?
I just love like learning about natural medicine.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy that like our world thinks that we're supposed to be taking these pills. So that's when I learned about the plants over pills movement, was when
Oh yeah.
because I got Sober Junkie from David Irving.
Okay, cool.
So he was like one of my first guests, and he was talking about why he quit and all this stuff, and I'm like, damn, you're right. Like they really want to give us all this shit and tell us to take it and be okay, but like you could be just doing something herbal and healing your body.
Right.
She's rolling a honey blunt right now.
Yes.
And then so you also have the Healing Honey Hammock, which is right here.
So sexy.
This is the tobacco free.
Yes.
Okay, banana leaf, glass tip.
And a hemp wick.
Ooh. This look tribal.
It is. It's hella tribal.
Where'd you get the whole like bee thing from? Like, did you like bees or did you only like them because they make the honey? Like, how did it come together?
I've always been a nature goddess. Bees have never bothered me. I do believe I was stung by a bee when I was a little girl, and I do believe they've given me some like bee powers. I just really appreciated like what bees do for our community as far as like pollinating, and I mean they help with our allergies, and they're going actually through like a bee crisis. And I thought it was beautiful how bees actually can pollinate medicine. They're saving us, so it's like we got to save the bees. I really loved like Manuka Honey, because Manuka Honey like is actually like a skincare product, and it's beautiful. Like it's all natural, super exotic. They preserve the bees. The bees only work 2 to 6 weeks out of the year, and that's very much like me. I'm very whimsical. I just really resonate with being a bee, a life of a bee, you know.
Buzz.
And I think, yeah, exactly, buzz. And I have, it kind of, like the whole buzz and a bee kind of resonates with me as a personality. Like, I think so many people think like bees are beautiful, and what they do are beautiful, but they can sting, right? And I feel like I'm a strong, independent woman, and I can sometimes sting, and I've stung people in a room, and not necessarily like to be mean, but maybe they were threatening me, or you know, but I keep going.
She's like, I'm pretty and crazy, bitch.
Right.
Aren't we all? Yep. Okay, so the swarm in, roll up, let's pollinate. Mm-hmm. That's the quote?
I always try to incorporate those words.
Okay.
I think it's cute. Branding.
And then the holistic beauty kits.
Yes.
They combat scars.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what comes in the beauty kits? It's the MYWater?
Yeah, the honey and then the MYWater.
Okay, gotcha. And so are these products sold in dispensaries?
Not yet. I'm working with a couple right now, like with a couple of buyers. Okay. And doing a couple presentations. So I was scared before. I don't know why, but I'm ready now. There you go, Mama.
Yes, thank you.
It's a very light, smooth hit. It's a little skimper. But on the East Coast, these are really famous. Like, as far as the Frontos and then the spliffs. I do have one other product, but I actually sold out this weekend at the Juneteenth Bottega Exchange event. What I do is I put a piece of rice paper with a strip of our leaf, and they're spliff wood. So people who like graba or just a little bit of tobacco in their joints, they can have that option too.
I don't ever use honey for anything. I know a lot of people use it for tea and all that stuff, so it just tastes like, it honestly tastes like a blunt.
Right?
A little sweeter maybe?
Yeah. And I roast it, and that's been sitting in there, like I said, it's not like dunked in honey, it's drizzled on there. So that way there's that delicate touch.
So what do you think for people that maybe are on these opioids or that just are not into holistic things, because I feel like to be holistic, you also have to be a little bit spiritually open.
Yeah.
Right? And because it kind of goes hand in hand.
I think so.
So if you're closed-minded, you might not think these products are going to work for you. So where do you think is a first step for people that haven't tried any holistic practice, but they want to get healthier? What do you think is the first step for them? Do you think it's CBD, THC, like honey? What do you think they should be incorporating?
So at first, I'm going to say be the change that you want to see. And that's what holistics is all about, is just changing your normal routine and thinking in an alternative manner. And I think that's really important. So if somebody does want to get into like plant-based or especially cannabis, I would say definitely try like a 1-to-1 tincture or a patch, something that gives you the full cannabis experience. I personally love smoking, but not everybody is for smoking. But if they really want to try, I definitely say sublinguals. They're truly captivating and life-changing. One sublingual that I would definitely recommend is City Trees. They have amazing tinctures. You can't really taste it. You don't feel anything. They do have different flavors if like you want mint or orange. Those are really cool to have. It just spices up some magic in your mouth. Yeah.
Magic in your mouth. Shining with the gold.
Buzz.
Buzz, buzz.
Shout out to the Chamber of Cannabis.
Yes.
For keeping me poised and connected in the community professionally and helping me grow. Shout out to Tanya Mason. She founded MYWater, and she's also my business solutions coach. She's my spiritual mother. She's amazing. She's an amazing woman in my life. Shout out to all of you. Everybody is so cool, so dope. You know what I mean? They love seeing what I'm doing. They're interested, but they also support in various ways. So if it wasn't for people telling me what they go through and me being such an empath and figuring out that people actually had similar issues to what I was dealing with and that I wasn't alone, I wouldn't be able to get here. And people kept giving me advice as I've gone along the way. So I've never been alone, and it's because you guys, we all learn from each other. Yeah, so it's nice.
You need a team.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Until next time, stay healthy, stay faded, stay fit, stay mentally strong. You got this.
There you go.
Every day is a new day.
A new day.
Smoke another blunt and move on.
Buzz. It's the honey with the honey, and I'm here to let you know you should subscribe to the Faded Truth.
Until next time, peace.
Shorty, where you going? Let me converse, let me get you for a moment. I'm sure you heard it all. Matter of fact, girl, I'm known, so ain't gonna say much, but I see you, girl, you glowing.